Tarot, LJ here. I wanted to hop on here and do just a quick collective spiritual channeling. I kind of wrote it down beforehand so I have some side notes to go on that way because, you know, I'm old and I forget things. So maybe it's the full moon that is near on the 23rd. What is today? The 22nd. So tomorrow, April 23rd, it's going to be the full moon. The full moon, by the way, is perfect for releasing those excess energies deep inside that may not resonate with who you are becoming or who you want to become. And I'm going to explain later about that. It is excellent for cord cutting for any people that you want to release or that refuse to release your energy. It's about releasing what no longer serves you, you know, in this new and upcoming energy that is on its way, which, like I said, I'm going to get into that. So some of us are going through new cycles. This is a collective reading, so that means like what is happening with right now is happening on a major scale. Basically, many people are going through kind of like a spiritual death. And I say that it's not a literal death, so don't, don't panic, don't freak out, because that's not what that means. So what this means is that, this is a death of what no longer serves us, the parts of ourselves that no longer serves us in becoming, just a better person all around, better spiritually, better in our lives. It could be anything, person, place, or thing. A new job, maybe, a new hobby. We could be releasing toxic cycles at this time, releasing just things that we don't feel good about anymore. That make us not feel good about ourselves. Because it's very important for us to all feel really good about ourselves, right? Like and subscribe. I forgot to put that in there. Still new at this, so please do that. And we'll add some more things into this as I go. I've got a few different things going on, lots of new ideas, so we'll see. We'll see how well this does. And we'll give it some time though, and we'll try to be patient. So okay, releasing the old, being open to accept the new. All right, so we have to remember to keep our heart space open, keep our heart chakras open at this time, especially at this time, because we got to use the full moon to transmute, those old energies into something productive, something new, something better that serves us on a much better, larger scale. There's so many of us going through just this death and rebirth spiritually. So you have to be patient with other people. Don't take anything personal at this time. Try really, really hard not to, because there's a lot of people who are transmuting that, and they might kind of lash out, and it's not you. It's literally not you. They don't understand what they're going through. So there's a lot of ups and downs, roller coasters with the emotions. And they may not understand why, if that's why I do this. Okay, so you can be aware, so you can be prepared, because if you're aware and prepared, it's kind of like surfing the waves. You learn to be a good surfer, right? So learn to surf the waves of emotions. If not, you might be crying one minute and then laughing the next and not know why and feel really, really crazy. And that's okay too, because we're all human. Be compassionate with yourself at this time. Be as compassionate with yourself as you are with others. And that's really, really important. Okay, so, all right. Let me give you examples of things you can do that could help. Maybe if you're used to driving a certain way every day to work, back and forth to work, or wherever you may go, maybe take the scenic route this week. Maybe just try something new, new ideas, new thoughts. If you've never painted or sat down or done this before, I'm new at this. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm still doing it. I'm still putting myself out there, and I'm still trying. So try something new, because you never know, you might trip onto something that is kind of your thing, you know, a new thing, a new thing. So we're learning. We're all learning. We're all in this process together. Um, if you have been very busy, very busy, which I know a lot of your parents out there may feel that, you know, even though you're exhausted, take time for yourself. Go take a bubble bath. Take a day of self-care. Just kind of lock yourself away by yourself and do your own thing. Just even for a couple hours, you know. Take time to watch a sunset or sit underneath the full moon on the 23rd and just breathe. Just breathe and allow yourself to just be, to just exist. And that's okay too. Because like I said, we're all human. We're all going through this together. This is why this is a collective reading. So where am I at? Try to keep your heart energy open as much as possible, even if others around you are being negative. Just smile, send them love, and be on your way. All right. So I know that's a tough one. That's it's hard just being positive and keeping your own mind positive sometimes. I know, but if you're mindful and aware of your thoughts, I feel like this is a lot more easier. This is why we're doing this, to keep you aware, to keep it in the back of your mind what is happening and why it's happening. So just in case you need it, so you can go back to it and be like, oh, wait, you know, they might not be the big asshole that I think they are. They might be going through something. So, okay, think back at a time when you were going through something and you weren't the nicest person to everyone. It happens. It happens. Have compassion for others. Have compassion for yourself. So just try to keep your heart open as much as possible. And it's not that, you know, this week isn't going to be hard for everyone. Some people, like I said, some people are just natural surfers, and they can surf the waves and they can see it coming, and they're smiling and they're surfing away, you know, and they're doing their own thing and just keeping busy. That's another thing. That's another. Okay. Hold on. Where am I at? If you find yourself overthinking this week, because and this is going to be easier said than done. I know this. This is a personal thing for me, because I'm a really big, I'm really bad at overthinking things. You know, oh, did I do that right? Oh, I did that. And then I go back over it like 1,000 times and with a fine-tooth comb and try to pick at every little thing. So try not to do that this week. Try not to overthink. If you find yourself overthinking, try getting busy. Take a walk. Or just some sort of action. Do the dishes, sit down and write. You know, anything that'll help get you out of your head in that mind space. Because when we're out of our head and our mind space, that allows room for the new to kind of put the new inspiration and the new thoughts and the new feelings into us. That leaves room. Because if we're full of our thoughts, oh, I gotta pay this bill, I gotta pay, all right, yeah, we got life, constant, it's constant. You know, you can reach a certain spiritual level, but you still have to do the laundry. It's just the way it is. It's just life. You still got to go to work. You still got to do whatever it is that you got to do. So, actions. If you find yourself overthinking, go do something. Instead of thinking about it, just do it. Don't think too hard on it. Just do it. Just Nike it. Oh, I hope that isn't copyright. Anyway, another thing to watch for this week is gossip. Do not engage. Do not engage. Let me tell you. Okay. There's maybe at a workplace, you're standing around the water cooler, whatever that may be, and you overhear, oh, Becky did this, or you know, Josh is this and that, and blah blah blah. Just say, oh, wow, and walk away. It's not hard. It's not hard. Just try not to engage in it this week. It's not like a big do or die, but it's something to keep in mind, because it will help. That's something else that will help you this week. Because like I said, there's a lot of people they're not aware, you know, so they're kind of still sleepwalking their way through life, and that's okay, because we're all at different stages in our spirituality. We're all waking up. Don't get me wrong. But you cannot wake others up. Let me tell you, you can guide them, you can plant seeds of knowledge, but you cannot do the work for somebody else. So stop trying that. Stop trying to change other people's lives. Focus on yourself. Do you, and that within itself will put out these vibrations that will help others. Okay, that's how you want to help others. Help yourself. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Point blank and period. I'm just gonna give it to you straight. That's just the way Geminis roll. That's the way LJ rolls. All right, so next, overthinking. We got that. Rumors. Don't. Rumors are horrible. I hate rumors. Listen, just don't engage. It's fun if you're like sitting with your best friend or your sister or your brother and you need to vent or talk shit about somebody. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, the kind that, oh, well, there's competition in the air. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself. Let me tell you that right now. So, rumors, don't do it. All right, we got that over with. As far as love is concerned, some of you may be releasing old love. Some of you may be starting new cycles with new love. Or some of you may be starting cycles with the same person, but it's just a new energy coming in, which all of the above is acceptable. And by the way, don't run out and change your whole life based on any kind of reading. All right. This is for entertainment only. All right. So this is like a blueprint guideline basis, sort of. Is not to be taken so literally that you base everything that you do in your life and you carefully walk this thin line, because that's never good. I don't like telling people what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do, and I would never ever want anyone to feel that way. So yeah, for entertainment only. But I do try to fill out the energy and give you a few guidelines to kind of keep in mind while we're transitioning, while we're in this, because we're all in this. We're all in this together. Yes, we are. All right. Fresh start with the same person or a new person. Allow room for development. Mostly, and this is a big one, and I know I said this, but have patience and kindness this week for yourself and others. Have compassion. And that's tough whenever you're, see, I have impatience. I get I get aggravated with myself. Like when I'm making up too many excuses, or some days I get mad at myself and I'm like, why are you being this way? But just try to be compassionate toward yourself and others. You may have, after this full moon comes up, and maybe now for those of you who are good surfers, you might be having some new projects, new ideas, new stuff you've been tossing around, new inspiration you've been tossing around in your noggin. It's been kind of bouncing back and forth, and so you definitely want to incorporate those. Look into those. Look into anything that's new. Test it out. Try it out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of new things. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone this week, mainly. So that's a big one. If you're having trouble, go find someone, or if you don't have someone, you can email me. I'll put my email down in the bottom. Find someone you can trust and to confide in. I'm not a doctor. Keep that in mind. All right, not a doctor, but someone that'll listen to you if you're having a hard time. Someone you can confide in. Someone you can say, just be stupid with, and they're not going to judge you. It doesn't matter. Be unjudgmental. Stay unjudgmental. Don't judge those around you. Everyone, listen, we're on this path, right? And in my mind, this is the spirit path. Some of us are behind, and some of us think this is a race, and we're like running really fast. but wearing ourselves out, wearing ourselves down. Some of us are off to the side, looking at the scenery, like, oh, look how beautiful. You know, look at the trees. Whatever. It's not a race. It's definitely not a race. It doesn't matter how much further you are. None of that matters. What matters is that, you know, eventually we're all going to get there together. Take your time. Go at your own pace. You know, if you stumble and trip and fall, it might be 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but you're making progress. Any progress is good progress at all. Any kind at all. And if you have made progress, I'm very proud of you. It doesn't matter if you've had bad days. It doesn't matter if you've had setbacks. None of that matters. As long as we get up, you know, fall down 7 times, get up 8. I love that old proverb. That's one of my favorites. So you just keep on trucking. Just get up and do it again. You know, you do it again, or try again, or if at first you don't succeed, try again. I used to tell my kids that all the time when they were little. All right, so it's a good idea to reach out to others if you're struggling. If you see somebody else struggling and having a hard time, maybe take a moment and say, hey, are you okay? You know, not in a condescending way. You know what I mean? Just reach out and make sure your loved ones are doing okay, and they might need to vent. A lot of men have an issue with venting. I've noticed, no offense to men, the masculines. I love my masculines. But if your feminine comes to you and vents this week, just give her space. They don't all, the masculine wants to fix everything, and that can cause issues if the feminine just wants to be heard. So keep that in mind, all you masculines out there, no matter what zodiac sign you are. You know, I don't care. This is for as a whole. All right, this is for everyone. Or if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you. You know, leave it for somebody else who is listening, or it does resonate with their personal truths. All right, what else? I feel like I'm leaving something out. Maybe that's it. Just, you know, there's old stagnant waves that are breaking down right now. And it's going to feel a little bit sad, or a little bit scary, or a little bit of the unknown, but just roll with it. Just please try to go with the flow this week. Just, like I said, some people will have a really good week, and others will, especially if you fight and try to control too much, I guess. Like, we don't know what the new energies are bringing. This is up to the universe. This is way bigger than us. So change what you can, release what you can't, or just have patience with yourself, with what just with all the changes. If there are changes happening in your life, just roll with it. Just try your best this week to roll with it, and you should be fine. I hope everyone has a safe and blessed day, and a safe and happy week. If you want to, you can email me. I will try my best to give you honest answers and real-time solutions on a spiritual level. If you need a personal reading or